So first off, we're going to start off by sketching out all of our little details. I'm starting off with her, I guess you would say, armor. So I'm just sketching that out with the NYX lip liner in the color Chestnut. I feel like this is easy to draw with and easier to wipe off than if I were to go in with just straight up paint. And then I'm going to go ahead and sketch in our middle piece. So I'm just drawing basically a waterfall island kind of. So I'm just drawing an island surrounded by a water that is kind of like a waterfall-esque thing, because I feel like Atlantis is in the middle of nowhere under the water. So I feel like it would be in a cavern just like the Atlantis movie back in the day. So yeah. Then I'm also adding some cliffs on the side of my shoulders just to add in like a picturesque effect, so like it seems like it's one big picture but it's separated by the borders of my shield or armor, I guess. Now going into the centerpiece, I am going to start painting in some of the background. So I'm going in with some blues, purples, and pinks to give a nice ombre effect. Then going in with some white, I'm just circling around that area, and I'm also going to create like long strokes to make it seem like light is coming out from that center piece, because we're adding a little crystal stone in the center. Now I'm going to go ahead and shade in the clouds, and lucky for me I had a little bit of black left on my brush, so it kind of created an ombre effect for me, which was really nice because it created some nice shadows, some natural shadows in the clouds. Moving on towards the waterfall, I'm just adding some white to the base of it, and then I'm going to go down and add some blue. Then taking a fan, I'm just spreading some more white on top of that just to give an effect of water falling. Now, of course, I'm going to outline the rocks and color it in with gray and add a little bit of shadowing. And I'm going to also work on the little island in the center, adding in some grays and blacks. And then I'll go in with some detailing of some yellows, greens, using the NYX liners, but I'm using the vivid color ones. Also adding some shadow onto the rock so that it gives it some more definition. We don't want it to look flat. We want it to look kind of 3D-esque, but not really. And then I'm just going to go ahead and add some more water to the top area because that is going to be like where the island is sitting. Is going to be surrounded by water, and I'm just shading in with some blues and whites closer to the island. Now for the side piece, I'm just going in and shading the outer portion of the rocks with black, and I'm going to go in with some gray eyeshadow. And then I also decided to create some little trees, so go ahead and add that. So now that the hard part's over, it's time for the easier part. We're just going to paint in the borders with white face paint, and then we're going to go over it with some blue eyeshadow. And along the border, I'm just going to darken it up with some dark blue eyeshadow. And in the center, I'm going to go in with some white. Now along the outer perimeter of the borders, I'm going to add some black, and I'm using the NYX liquid liner in black, but I'm just taking it on a brush to make it easier for myself. So now it's time to prime our face. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows real quick. I'm just doing something light, nothing too crazy. Then I'm gonna go ahead and add some glow to my face because I feel like she should be glowing from within. And I'm going to go into my 4 steps to a perfect base, which is foundation, contour, concealing, and blending. Now I'm just going to add a little bit of blue eyeshadow to kind of add some more contour to my face, just to add a little bit of dimension. For the eyes, I'm going in with some white cream face paint. And I'm going to set the inner corner with white eyeshadow. Then I'm going to go in with a nice aqua blue and then end it off with some dark blue. Then I'm going to outline that with a little bit of black, but not too harshly because, you know, we're not trying to make a smoky eye. We're just doing something really basic, just outlining. Go ahead and add some little details with white cream face paint. And then I'm going to set that with some blue eyeshadow. For my lips, I'm going to go in with my NYX lip liner in Chestnut. Then I'm going to fill it in with their matte lipstick in the color Mason. And on top of that, I'm going to go into my matte palette and use that color to add a little bit of color. Then I'm going to top of that with NYX's Butter Gloss in Madeline. Now I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of detail. So I totally forgot to add a winged liner, just something cute and simple. And then I'm also going to go into my markings with some white highlight. Going in with a glitter liner from NYX around the border of my eyeshadow. I'm just adding some more markings on my arms, basically the same method I did for my body I'm doing on my arm. I'm just not adding anything in the center. Just doing some nice blue with white highlight. And that is basically it. Yeah, this is basically the finished look. I really like how this came out. I hope you guys did too. Please leave me a thumbs up if you like what you saw and you saw what you like. Also, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It's gonna be down in this corner right here. You know, join my little familia, get a little familiar with me. And yeah, thank you so much for tuning in to another video, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye.